Miss Miller's here for our listening story, and we have Madison helping me out as usual. She's my co-host, and Henry,
Yes,
and sometimes Mary. All right, so today's topic is bees, and today's listening story is called Sharing Flowers. You ready to get started? All right, let's get started. Ow, hit my elbow. All right, Sharing Flowers. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Betty Honeybee was busy visiting the flowers in the garden. She planned to visit almost 100 flowers before the day was over. She sang as she flew from flower to flower. I'm gathering nectar. Nectar's so sweet. It helps me make honey a wonderful treat. Here's my question. Who is buzzing through the garden?
A bee.
What is her name? All right. Betty. Betty Honeybee. All right, let's keep reading. As Betty flitted about, she noticed another bee in the garden. Oh, thought Betty, there's Anna's bumblebee. I've noticed her before. I fly much faster than she does. My hive is much bigger than hers. There are lots of worker bees in my hive. She doesn't have many workers at all. I'm a honeybee, but she's just a bumblebee. Everyone knows that honeybees are special. Betty held up her head a little higher because she thought she was better than Anna. Here's my question. What does Betty think about Anna Bumblebee?
That she's better. That not Anna's better. Betty's better.
Betty thinks she's better than Anna. So the things that she compared herself and Anna, she thinks that Anna flies more slowly and her hive is little. So Betty thinks that she's got a bigger hive, she can fly faster.
She has more workers.
Is Betty thinking kind thoughts?
No.
No, that's not nice, is it? We shouldn't think badly of others like that. You know, like my house is bigger than your house, or my car's newer than your car, or I have this toy and they don't. Like that's just not nice. That's not a good attitude to have. All right, let's keep reading. About that time, Anna Bumblebee and Betty flew over the same flower at the same time. Well, excuse me, said Betty rather rudely. I believe I was here first. Oh, I'm sorry, said Anna politely. I didn't see you. Of course, you go first. As Betty placed her long, narrow tongue into the pretty pink flower to sip out the nectar, Anna Bumblebee spoke up again. Don't you live in the big hive over there on the oak tree? I've heard you have a wonderful hive and many worker bees. My hive is the small one over there in the elm tree. It's not nearly as large as yours, but it's very comfortable. You must have lots of babies in your hive to feed. Is there anything I can do to help you? Here's my question. There's two good questions. How does Anna Bumblebee treat Betty?
Nicely.
Yeah, very politely. What color is the flower that Betty is sipping?
Yellow.
No, think what the story said. Think.
I was thinking too.
All right, what color is that?
Pink.
Pink. The flower was pink. Anna was so kind that Betty began to feel ashamed. She had been rude to Anna. Here's my question. What makes Betty feel ashamed?
That she was being rude to Anna and Annie, and Anna was being nice to Betty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so even when Betty was rude, and she was rude first, Anna wasn't rude back. She was very polite, and she even, I think, started to consider that maybe she was being grouchy towards her because maybe she was stressed out because her hive was bigger, maybe more babies to feed, to take care of, and maybe she was stressed out. And so that she offered to help her, even after she was being rude and mean to her. That's a really good Christian way of thinking. That's what Jesus teaches us to do. Betty said, "Anna, I'm sorry I was unkind to you." "I forgive you," said Anna. "Let's go find some more flowers. There are plenty of flowers in the garden for both of us," said Betty. "We both need to gather nectar and pollen so we can feed our babies and have honey for the winter. The flowers need us to spread the pollen so more flowers can bloom. Let's share the flowers." The two bees flew away together. Well, that's good. So, Betty learned that her attitude was not good. And in the end, they were able to become friends and realize they had more in common than Betty thought, you know? So yeah, the Bible tells us to be kind to others, and that's in Ephesians 4:32. It is important to share and to be thoughtful of others. And that's a really, really important thing, and to learn now and forever make that part of your way of thinking is, even if someone's being ugly to you, try really, really hard to be kind and polite anyway, even if it's hard. But it's better for you and it's better for them, and it might even help that person realize maybe they need to change their attitude and maybe apologize to you, right? All right. Well, thanks for listening. We have some more art to do, so that'll be in another video. And then for our listening stories, I will see you back on Monday. Thanks. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye.